Hey, just going to do a quick run through of a couple of requested features of Mapbox Studio Classic. Just a reminder, Mapbox is moving on to a new Mapbox Studio, so this will pretty quickly be out of date, but there are a couple of features here that they haven't replicated on the new platform yet, so it's still worth looking at. So I'm going to create a new style. Just going to choose the comic style, because that's what the user was interested in. Going to focus on my hometown because that's where my custom source is going to be located. Now that I've got that, I'm going to save this as demo 2 for the heck of it. And we're off to the races. Oh, I'm going to go back. I wanted to use this base map because it's a pretty compelling one. It's already got some buildings in it. The font styles are pretty cool. Just the general style is something I'm aiming for. So I am going to add some custom data that I've already imported. The process of changing and adding sources in Mapbox Studio Classic is a little bit more convoluted than the latest version of the platform has, but for now, let's see. Yep, I've already got this source set. It's just a buildings layer on top of Mapbox Streets V5. Let's see, so you can see that layer is showing up now. You can save it. It's not being styled yet. You can't actually see where these buildings are. These footprints that you're seeing here are the ones coming straight from Mapbox's source, which is based on OpenStreetMap. I'm going to add my buildings layer down here. Let's see if I can remember what this is called. Yep, BTC building. Open the brackets. And I think I'd like to use a 3D style. There's a sort of pseudo 3D style in play here, but I'm going to actually go all the way and extrude these a little bit. We'll go building fill, say this color. Building height, we'll say 15 pixels. And then building fill opacity, 0.9 is usually a good benchmark. So let's save that and see what it looks like. Whoa, yep, lots of buildings. Now, I want the focus of this map to be a particular building. I don't want it to be all of these. So it's a little bit confusing right now. I'm going to switch this over to the source view so I can just see the data itself. And I'm interested in this building here, building next to my office. I can see that this is the BLDFP ID of the building I want. So I'm going to create a condition over in the Carto CSS here that says only style buildings where that attribute equals that value. So I'll go back to this. I will save, and there we go. Now it is just that building. And man, that color looks exactly like that. I'm going to use a different color. Let's go with this one. And style this sort of stuff for hours basically is never ending. Always a fun process. But now I've got my basic Finder map. I have a focused building that's extruded in 3D a little bit more than the ones around it. I'll like to add some annotation elsewhere. But for now, I'm just going to export this as an image. So up here in the right-hand corner, you can see the image indicator. It gives you a bounding box, and you can, change that to whatever dimensions you're interested in. If you want to keep that more or less like that. DPI goes pretty high, 600 PPI, but you got to keep an eye on this number up here because as soon as you've exceeded 100%, you can't export the image anymore. It actually does have an upper limit. But in this case, here, actually, I'll do this. Make it pretty big. See if I can hit 100%. 15%, 29, 58. There we go. So as soon as you clear 100%, it doesn't let you download the image anymore. But this is at 58%, so I'm going to download it there. And I will call this comic.2.png. I'll export it and we'll end up seeing what this looks like. Assuming it doesn't take, 10 or 12 hours. So this static image feature is something that I've really enjoyed about Mapbox Studio Classic, and is something that's not available in the new Mapbox Studio. I think they have reasons for that. Particular maps on the web are a very different creature than a static composed piece of cartography. So that just hasn't been an area of focus for them. But whether or not that feature gets developed, Mapbox Studio Classic is still sort of the best way to use that awesome Mapbox data and Carto CSS styling to get a really cool static image. So let's take a look at that. There we go, comic demo 2. Just so, yep, you can see that exported at a particularly high zoom level, so you can barely see the labels from here. But if we go down to the actual size of this, wow, yeah, you can see that the detail really got exported cleanly. Let's see. Wow, I'll be danged. The roads are not visible. Something's changed here. Okay, live debugging. You can see that the roads are visible here. Let's do a quick check to see if Mapbox Streets V6 is a thing. Looks like it is. And it looks like streets are showing up here. So let's try exporting again and see what happens. Close this preview. Well, this is entertaining. Here we'll try exactly the same export. We'll overwrite this previous demo. And we'll see what happens. So this is going to be interesting if the deprecation of Mapbox Studio Classic is already underway. Wow, and that appears to be the case. The roads are not visible. All right, well, I'll look into this and I will post some notes in the comments. But otherwise, hope you guys have fun with mapping as always. Peace.